Yeah.
Dude, Bart and Taika can never be brought into generalized conversation topics.
That's true. They're anomalies.
He's so soft with that kid.
Right.
He can't lay down no laws.
This is what I do it for. Right there.
Welcome back to Careful Boys. Today we are debating what Asians absolutely cannot do.
Asians?
Can't do.
Have big.
Hey man,
Prove it.
Quick one.
Yeah,
save that for the end of the video.
Yeah, literally measured it last night.
What'd you get?
What'd you get? What's the
Flaccid or hard? Or are they the same?
So soft 3,
Soft 3?
hard 5.5.
Let's go. That's not bad. We up, boys.
That's like totally average, isn't
We
it?
up.
Were you like really working that thing to make sure you could hit?
Had to be full potential.
Full potential.
I even went all the way up the curve in there.
That means you took the ruler and you're pushing into the base
Yeah,
of
you gotta
it.
get
You're
it.
really trying to get that
Like,
extension.
I gotta lose some weight.
Push an inch into your fupa.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's tight. That's not
When it's really, really cold though, how big is it soft?
When it's cold,
Like super cold.
that motherfucker like a turtle shell, like hiding in his neck, bro. That shit gone.
Nice.
That shit disappears.
What are other things that Asians
I would
have?
say that I don't think I don't know about all of them. I honestly don't think a lot of Asians can rap without making it sound like they're
interesting.
joking.
I think that about girls.
They can't rap.
Is that bad? No. Every time I hear girls rapping, I'm like, oh, they're doing a good. It's like a good impression of a rapper.
Tayo Mox. You ever seen that Iggy Azalea one?
No.
You never
I
seen
thought
that?
you were doing an Asian rapper.
No, there's an Iggy Azalea clip where she's like on a festival stage, and she's like, "I'm gonna drop a freestyle," and she starts saying this. It's like somebody else's like rap, the whole thing, but it's like it sounds like she misunderstood some of the words, so she just jacked somebody else's rap and says it's a freestyle. Yeah.
Water in the pot, flow crack rock like bam bam. Nigga have 2 grams, nigga pay up on blam blam. Nigga had a black Camry, but the dip set kill a cam.
You guys remember Asian rap?
It might have been. What did you say?
Confirmed?
Oh yeah, it's like a known joke.
Oh shit.
I forgot whose it was. It might have been Kendrick's or somebody's, but it's the one where she goes, Tayo Mox. Oh no.
What?
Oh dude, it's funny as fuck.
No.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember AsianRaps.com?
No.
That's where Jin and all those guys, like, it's old school. AsianRaps.com is where all the OG Asian rappers were on. 5% of the artists, they couldn't be on beat.
So I'm thinking of when I say Asian rappers, I'm not talking about Asian American rappers. I'm talking about rappers in Asia. The guys that like once it comes to the rap part are like, hey, and they like make their voice all low and weird, and they sound like a parody of rappers.
Interesting.
Not like the guys that grew up here and that's their folk, but like I'm talking about that shit where it's just like, are you fucking kidding, dude? How could you like possibly? Like they're just like creating a whole thing.
I'm trying to think of like Asian rappers that I can't. The only one I can think of is that dude that was on the Meg the Stallion song. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that Tiger?
No. Japanese dude.
What?
Oh, okay, what's that song?
Yeah, that song.
I've seen Asians with blue eyes, but usually it's a convention.
Oh yeah, they always have contacts.
Contact.
Or they're doing some anime cosplay.
I think Asians also have a problem with being okay with how they were fucking born. I think there's a lot of that shit. Cause like a lot of Asian countries are like leading in plastic surgery, being totally normalized in the culture.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Korea mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what Asians don't have also.
Big dicks.
No. Smelly ass body odor.
Yeah. No BO. No BO.
That's true.
It's a blessing.
Oh, so they can't stink.
Yeah, I mean, there's no mustiness really, or there's no like, white people smell like onions when they fucking sweat and shit. That shit gotta go.
You really learned that in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yo, man, there's this one guy at the gym. He smells so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Which one?
24. Every time I see him, and he got like rainbow shoes. He loves his rainbow shoes. Everyone around him, you can see their faces going like this. And he doesn't even know he stinks.
And why is it always like that?
He takes a shower and all that, but then he smells like fucking Band-Aid. You know when you smell the pus in the Band-Aid?
Oh, come on.
Why you gotta go that far?
Yeah. No, but he looks clean. Like he showers at the gym, everything, but it's just natural odor.
Body odor,
He smells like fucking Band-Aid pus.
If he put like a ton of right guard, it wouldn't help it.
Dude, I don't know, man, but every time he's working out, like he could be on the next rack and you can smell him, and you're like, fuck, it's strong, dude.
That like don't go to a public gym anymore, dude.
I don't even think he knows he stinks.
Garage gym, bud.
He's got no idea.
Yeah.
He's got no fucking idea.
So Nick, what would you do if someone always came in stink as fuck?
You have a conversation with
What
them.
happened to him?
We tell them. We make announcements to the gym as a whole.
You go, who stinks?
Hi everybody, remember to shower. It's good to shower.
Because we have to do like reminders all the time. Like, hey guys, when you guys come to class, make sure your gis are washed.
Yeah.
You buy multiple gis so you don't keep reusing the same gi over and over and over again. Make sure you cut your nails. Like, we have to have those conversations a lot. Because we want everyone to smell nice.
Yeah.
But some guys you have to pull it aside and be like, hey man, we've had to tell some guys like, throw this gi away.
Yeah.
This gi's donezo.
How many times have you had to say you cannot come back here?
We haven't had to say that, but we'll just tell them like, hey.
Even if they're getting like boners on girls when they're rolling with them.
That has to happen.
That happens?
Yeah, they usually find their way out. We kick them out eventually.
Really?
Not eventually.
Are the girls ever like, hey dude, the guys just popped a boner in my on my thigh?
We've had
That's inevitable, isn't it?
stories where we kicked a guy out and then somebody told us about that after.
Wow. That's nice.
Because I usually do for the guys, but when the girls, it makes me limp.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. So that's why we have an all ladies class that does very well. Because
That makes sense.
all the ladies like training with each other. It's good. It's good.
Well, like if they want to like be in a more realistic situation,
Then they can train with the dudes, yeah, for sure.
got it. But that's like their
But that-
prerogative.
Yeah, it's up to them.
And then they have to deal with what happens in real life sometimes.
What if the guy that had
Those guys are gone, dude.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, okay.
What if the boner guy was like, hey, dude, I'm just trying to make it as realistic as possible, because that will be the fifth limb that's attacking you.
This will be a situation that you are dealing with.
Yeah. And then they go,
And they go like, can I get your phone?
I'm glad my jiu-jitsu is really good. I can keep this guy off me. Boom. And they're like, problem solved.
Did you have any?
Boners?
Boners? What? I was doing junior karate? Oh yeah.
Junior karate.
When you're doing your
The
forms?
prompt that you yourself administered.
Well, which prompt is that? Debating what Asians absolutely cannot do?
Yeah, is there something that you think? I think it'd be more interesting if you give us...
Waste money. Like that one?
Tight.
I know how to waste money.
You do actually know how to waste money.
I just flush it down the toilet.
No, I feel like you guys always do like, Asian topics, so it's like, boom, there you go, boom, Asian topics.
But it happens naturally. It happens naturally.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's not, it doesn't come that naturally, dude.
Which ones do you think that are?
Which ones do I think about Asians particularly?
Yeah. Your prompt.
Yeah. Your prompt. Why don't you lead it?
I think you guys like do pretty well at a lot of things. So it's that's why it's kind of fascinating.
Don't be safe.
I'm not being safe.
You don't have any that you don't.
Every kid that I knew in school who was Asian was like crushing it at grades and stuff like that. I think that and I always saw Asian dance crew kids everywhere, all over the place.
Really?
Oh yeah, and they would always do assemblies and stuff like that. So the Asians in my school, particularly Richard Bernardo High, were always seen as like they're cool.
Is that when you were like fucking dancers, dude?
That started it, yeah.
It started.
Yeah,
So it started from a seed of jealousy.
No, it was more like why do we have to watch this?
Yeah. And you were like, how come I can't beat those kids up?
Jealousy.
How come I legally can't attack you?
Why isn't this legal for me?
No, I really genuinely was like, why do we have to watch them do this Asian dance crew
Jealousy.
shit?
Yeah.
I genuinely was like that. Yeah.
What's some stereotypes or whatever that you thought about, but then when you started actually having Asian friends, they were actually true or false?
That's a good one.
I didn't have Asian friends.
But now you do.
No, but now though, we're talking about now.
Yeah, you're kind of like, man, I heard you guys ate dog, and I met you, and you actually do.
I was because in my neighborhood as a child, I was around Asian people, so it wasn't like
It's not
I
like
never got
mystery?
to think that all the stupid stereotypes.
Oh, that would have been so fun.
That's true.
Yeah, I thought you guys all were like Chinese spies, but I realized it's only some of you.
Well, all that stuff is born out of ignorance because you're so far from that.
Yeah. You have nothing else to go on.
Right.
Be honest, have you ever done this?
Oh yeah.
Did you do it to Stanley?
Every single day and every night. No, I did it. We did it in school. You know what I mean? Like to each other.
Did you ever say me Chinese, me play joke?
Me put PP in your coat, of course.
Man,
A
dude.
million times.
Hey, you're one of us.
Speaking of,
Aw,
Yeah,
Nick.
Got you.
I do think that Asian people, even Asian Americans, have. It seems like they are skewed towards having a harder time being accepted socially. And that I think comes from the habits their parents put in them of just like the most important thing is school. So then you just end up falling behind in how to connect with people.
They sort of become like diet homeschool kids.
Yeah. Exactly.
Diet
That's a great way of
homeschool
putting it.
kids.
Yeah, that's a great way of, like homeschool kids that are not at home. Yeah. And not that I think that's like I don't think it's a genetic thing. I think it's really like a household, like a
how you're
way you're raised. But then
phenomenon.
because of that, that's why you have so many like the stereotype of the Asian guy's the quiet person that all they care about is homework. Which is like, that's a true one. There's one in every fucking class.
They all they care about is what?
Homework. Like, it's just that kid, like, you can even go to, like, a bad school in a shit district, and they have a kid like that. And he's the one that's skewing the bell for everybody.
Dude, the kids who, it was, I don't remember it being Asian kids in my particular school, but I remember the kids who were like, are we getting homework? And you're like, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, teacher, you forgot to give us homework.
Traders, yeah.
They loved homework.
But I think that's a good one for, like, what Asians can't do. I think some of them truly cannot walk into a room and just meet people. Like, some of them are like, debilitated by that.
I think this guy has a real problem with that.
I can't talk to people when I walk in the
No,
room.
hell no.
I do hate people.
But you know what I mean? Like, this guy doesn't have that problem. Or did you always, did you have that problem?
I think
growing
that's
up?
different. because-
Growing up, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
When you're awkward as a
then, like,
teenager.
I think the example when you watch, I think in the 90s, all the kids on TV were like cool white kids. If you're a white kid, you can like base your personality on that. When you don't see that, you don't think like it's hard to like find. That's why it's important to have like to see yourself and shit. You know that whole representation thing. That's kind of
true.
I think that's legit shit.
like because in my mind I'm trying to be like fucking one of the 3 kids from Home Improvement when I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not until Dante came along. I didn't really have a
Oh, true.
Very true.
you know
But then he got murked.
killed by hook.
They're like, damn,
I know.
no representation.
I just think I think the numbers are more skewed towards Asians being a little more like what is it, reserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like they're not the class clown a lot of the time.
I do think that, like, you know, I remember in the 90s, like, every single kid in my class wanted to be Michael Jordan. And I don't think that we all were like, I can't be Michael Jordan because I'm a white kid or I'm whatever kid. I think we all just, like, wanted to be Michael Jordan.
It was propaganda. Be like my commercials
100%,
everywhere. It was all
everywhere.
propaganda.
Well, now you can't.
Now you definitely.
My mom reinforced it for me. She was like, you can't play basketball. You're not a black kid.
You know what Asians can't do? Asians can't call their parents by their first names.
Yeah.
Oh my
I can't do
god,
that either.
that's
Are you kidding me?
unthinkable. Holy shit.
You ever see like your white friends do that?
No, Taika does it to Bart though.
Yeah, Tekka does the part.
He's only
He's half Mexican.
He just goes Bart.
No, he says the full name, Mr. Bart Kwan.
I don't think that's a white people thing. I think it's just bad parents.
There's a video of Bart picking him up from school and Taika's walking out of school going, "Hey Bart Kwan."
Kid's such a troll.
I would have got my ass chased all the way up the stairs, getting fucking slapped the whole way if I called my mom Sherry.
Killed. I would be killed.
Yeah.
Dude, Bart and Taika can never be brought into generalized conversation
Oh,
topics.
you're right. My bad.
That's true. They're anomalies.
He's so soft with that kid.
He can't lay down no laws.
Oh, dude, I also think Asians can't easily tell their kids they love them.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Not verbally.
Not dads. Not dads.
Yeah, with actions and things like that.
Moms can.
I've seen that one
can,
pretty
yeah.
uniform with you guys for sure.
Yeah. That's a pretty weird one.
The weird one.
Well, that's what I'm starting to do it now. I'm like forcing.
You're breaking it.
I'm forcing myself to say I love you.
Is it hard?
I don't really love you, but I fucking gotta say
Subi,
it.
is it hard? Genuinely, is it hard?
Yeah, it is. Like the only time I say it's easy is like maybe my wife. I just say I love you, babe.
But it's like your dad been like, "I love you."
Fuck no.
Wouldn't that weird you out if he did it today?
If my dad did that today, fuck yeah. I would look at me like, what the fuck wrong with you, man?
Hey, if my dad did that today, I'd be like, "Fuck, do you have cancer? Are you dying?"
I would also say that, yeah.
For sure.
I'll be like, "What happened to you?"
One time I said it to my dad on the phone. He was like, all right then.
You said it to him?
I was like, all right, man, I love you, dude.
My dad still
Love you,
hugs
Dad.
me like this. He goes,
And he's like,
like there's so
cool.
much open air.
What's going on in there, you think?
It's just how their dads were in Asia. Yeah, it's just a fucking thing. They have that. It's awkward. It's too awkward.
Do you guys hug in your families?
That's the hug I get.
Yeah, right?
I forced the hug on my mom.
But
yeah.
I forced it.
was it their generation though that started like hugging and trying it out? Like, is it a Filipino thing? Is what I'm saying. Like before, like your grandparents, because like hugging didn't really exist for us.
Nobody hugged in my
I think,
family.
I think it's not even like cultural. It's just the rate of abuse was just so high the generation before us.
Yeah, my dad does not do like a proactive arm movement hug thing. It's like forced to accept it from me because I've just been doing it so much.
Got it.
Because I'm always like, all right, I love you, Dad, and I know that like I'm saying something that's like for him.
Yeah, cringy.
So it's easier for him to just accept it and go, okay,
That's what my dad says. He goes, okay.
okay.
Was that Vietnamese culture to hug?
Calm down.
Yeah. He does
He's like, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Like, love you, Dad.
I mean, you do with your mom.
Chill out. Chill out.
But in Vietnam, is it normal to greet each other with a hug?
I'm sure human beings do it.
Now, I know people hug, but like, it's kind of like this.
Oh, dude, my dad
I've
hugs.
seen it before.
Italians kiss when they meet, right? That's normal. Like Italians kiss when they meet. That's normal for them. But then like hugging's a new concept in Asia. Like you hug your kids, but you don't hug strangers when you greet them.
Yeah.
So like, but I don't know because Philippines has Spain influence, right? So I'm like,
Oh, they're normal. It's just from father to son.
Yeah, I think the second you become a dad, you're not allowed to do certain things.
My dad will hug all the other kids.
Oh, is it because they're female or it's just because it's you?
No, it's just father to son. There's a father to son like deficiency there. I don't know what it is.
Does your dad hug your sister?
My sister hugs my dad.
Okay, same shit as you then.
because he's not gay, dude.
Yeah, not gay.
He ain't with all that.
He's like the daughter, yeah, but the son.
You get a handshake.
But I'll tell you what, my dad's never gonna be like, I'm going on a daddy-daughter date.
Thank God, dude.
I asked Tiff about it yesterday. I was like, "Hey, do you think it's weird when people say they're going on a daddy-daughter date?" And then she was like, "Well, my dad like did that stuff with me, but I was like, would he call it a daddy-daughter date?"
That's all I want to know.
No, that's fucking weird.
Thank you.
He's like, "Yeah, you're right. That is weird."
That's all I'm saying.
He was like, he would just go do stuff.
gotta
Like
say it to
he would
your
teach me
people, though.
rollerblading. Yeah, we would do stuff
You
together.
gotta
I'm
tell
like,
your.
You don't classify it as a daddy
You
daughter.
didn't
It's
ask her-
creepy.
You didn't ask her if he was trying to blow a raspberry on her stomach and then she sneezed.
Oh no!
I forgot about that scenario.
Yeah, we're talking about how you could accidentally kiss her on the pussy. It's a scenario.
Look at Subin's face.
Daddy, daughter, you fucking disgusting asshole.
No, that's not me. That's not me.
Tell him, dude.
Daddy daughter dates, I think, are whack. is
You
all.
would ask that though.
Hey, do you think if you had a daughter, Subi, would you, when you would go do stuff with your daughter, would you call it daddy-daughter dates?
Bro, what are you talking? Why would I say that?
I'm asking, would you? Yes or no?
That's not his culture though. That's his culture.
It's not my culture, dude.
Is that like
White guys invented daddy-daughter date.
You gotta show him a good example.
Asians cannot do daddy-daughter dates. White people can all the time.
It's only for white.
Did you tell Tiff my theory about it?
Yeah, she was like, yeah, it is fucking weird.
Yeah, good.
And I'm like, I agree.
Good. Well, that the guys who do it are like, you need to see what an example of a man who's dating you should be doing.
That's exactly
Yeah. Faggots.
Yeah, you don't date your daughter.
Bro, it's weird now that Sasha's family, my wife's family, because sometimes they just like be like, Subin, I love you. You know, they'll be
That's
like,
fucking weird, huh?
like, I know it's nothing crazy, and my wife's so used to it, but every time my wife's parents say it, I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah,
It's like,
You're like, oh, gay.
I hesitate to say I love you back. You know what I mean? I'm just like, whoa.
It's hard. You gotta work that muscle.
Yeah, you gotta work it out.
And then every time you walk out the door, they look at each other. It's like, it's so sad. He never got that as a kid.
Never got it.
Hit him with the
I don't think they asked it. I fall like sometimes they're just like, what a weirdo. What a weirdo.
Yo, I thought it was a white people thing.
I love you. Shalom.
I thought it was a white people thing where they just throw around the word love like nothing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But Hannah told me like in northern England they don't do it either. It's
Yeah.
American.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
like American like new age like we're not gonna be like that. But like blue collar white or all that stuff they don't do that shit.
Hey, I love you, Joe.
Ugh.
Shalom.
Don't do that shit to me. I love you back, but don't do that shit to me.